Welcome back to Personal Productivity Using Technology. This is the second part for Word Chapter 1, where we're going to learn more features on how to improve the readability of a document, because you want everybody to read your documents. We will also look at features on how to customize Microsoft Word. So let's go back to our very nice document, which we had stopped at while we were modifying this very nice cover page. You might remember that I started showing you the magic of quick parts. Besides document property quick parts that you can use and then see on the backstage, like for example the company or undo. See, that's a great usage of undo. Let's do this again. Document property company. Yay. So let's say we want to edit the company. You can go back to the properties and find the company property. Well, it's JU. Go back to our cover page and here's the magic. We can also add another quick part that is auto text. Auto text uses parts from your properties or general text that you have used before. So we could add Jacksonville University. We can add another quick part that is a field. Field can be a date, for example, a date that updates to today's date. And here we go. And you can always update when you open your document. So that was a small recap on the magic of quick parts that go quite unnoticed, but they are a great ally for your productivity because you don't have to type all these long words again and again. As long as you have them saved in your properties, and you can edit the properties by clicking on them, you can use this to your benefit. Let's look a little bit at these properties back here. So part of the properties is characteristics of your document, like the size, the number of pages, the number of words. Part of it is characteristics that can be read in your document, like ethics and society. Oh, well, I have a cover page with a title, property, quick part. So here we go. Part of these are invisible, like the tags or keywords. These are data about your data, and they are super useful. You know why? Because in today's society, we want our documents to be searchable. You will upload this document eventually on the web, maybe on your SkyDrive, maybe on your web page, or maybe you just want to keep it on your computer, but you need to search for it. If you have some good keywords or tag, you can search with these keywords. And good keywords are the ones that are related to the content of your document. Other cool properties, you can see more cool properties such as hyperlink based, subject, other data about your data, which is good to have data about your data. In today's society, there is so much data. You want it to be searchable. So show fewer properties, save, continue. I mentioned readability, so let's look at some other awesome features that make your document more readable. Insert a header or a footer. And the header and footer, guess what? It can have quick parts. Insert, quick part, document property, author. Awesome. So you can enter anything you'd like in your header and footer. And how can you move back to editing your Word document? Double click on the body. Or you can always do another trick. Yes, you know it. Close the header and footer. So other awesome things you can do with the header and footer. Change the size of it. Make it different for odd and even pages. How cool is that? Now you have a header on the odd page, but you can have a different header on an even page, which is super cool if you're writing a book and you want to have a different header on one page and different header on another page. Other things, you can add pictures, anything you like on your footer. So same, online pictures. You can get something from Clipart like ethics. I didn't type it right. Oh well. There we go. Well, that may have been a little too big for a header. Undo. Never forget that you always have an option to go back. And of course, we're gonna learn how to edit these pictures to make them smaller, but usually in a professional document, you do not have a picture in your header and footer. So let's look at some other awesome features to make our document readable and not crazy, like adding a picture on our header and footer. So here is a very awesome feature of Word that I bet you didn't know about. Let me show you this one. It is called section break. So let's say that you want to insert a table at the end of your document, and you want to add some text, and then you want this table to be on a separate page, which is going to be have orientation landscape instead. So you want to split in a way your document in two separate sections. How can you do that? Well, there are section breaks. That you can use. These, and thus the silence in the video, are not as intuitively found as the page breaks. Yes, you would think that you should insert a section break, like you should insert a picture or a cover page, but the tool did not work very intuitively in that case, and it says, oh well, breaks have to do with the page layout. You will notice several times in these lectures that I try to find the logic behind where each shortcut resides in which tab, and that is not only to try to keep my sanity teaching these Microsoft Office tools. it is also to show you the logic behind the tool. The logic behind the tool is super duper important. Why is it so important? Because I don't want to look over and over and over again in vain on the wrong tab. So if I understand that insert means add an object, if I understand that page layout means the way the page lays in front of me, my life is going to be so much easier, because I'm going to be able to find the things I need, such as how to change the page layout, or how to change different things, and look for these shortcuts, look for the features, look for the options at the proper tab. So here we go. I would like to add a break, and it's going to be a section break in that case, not a page break. So here you can also see the beauty of these tools, which is overlapping features. Not one thing. You cannot find the page breaks only on the insert tabs. You can also find them on the page layout breaks, which is really nice because it reduces searching to find the different options. Overlapping is good. Having multiple ways of doing the same thing is very good in software. So I want to add a section break that moves this table to the next page. And now you will see that I have a section break here. And I want to make this page landscape. And look how awesome that is. I now have a landscape page. Actually, anything that follows the page is landscape. I have a different section that even has different page numbers, because my page numbers start from the beginning of that section, whose orientation is landscape. I mean, how awesome is that? So I have two sections in my document. Can you imagine the possibilities? You can have 3 or 4 or 10 different sections in the same document. Have landscape, different page numbers, different headers and footers in each different section. Keep them separate. It's awesome. Of course, so that I don't lose my changes, I've got to save. Finally, several times we use something that we call a watermark. And this one, again, is a way of making our document more readable and also making it more understandable. So here we go. We have to add a watermark to our document. And again, something that you're going to hear me say very often: when in doubt, click around. So I was thinking that it should be insert watermark, but that was not the case. The case was that the watermark has to do with the design of your page, so it's in the design tab. So this is just a funny way of memorizing things. It's also a rule of thumb. It's a good rule of thumb. So I inserted the watermark draft one, but I can look at a custom watermark. And in this custom watermark, which can be a text watermark, I can name this draft one. I can even make this a little darker so that I can see it. So now guess. Is this watermark going to be applied to both section 1 and section 2? My section 1 is the portrait pages, and section 2 is the landscape pages. So pause the video, think about it,